Hello, I'm Shalabh Sahai from iVolunteer in India. iVolunteer was the first formal volunteering organization that started in India in 2001. We have a pan-India reach through 7 largest cities, which also act as regional offices. The biggest challenge in India about volunteering is that there are a lot of skilled people. In fact, 70% of our volunteers are skilled volunteers, but they've never volunteered earlier. So they do not want to take on pro bono volunteering to begin with. So we work in a slightly different fashion. We introduce them to volunteering through simple, hands-on volunteering experiences, and then transform them into taking up pro bono projects a little later in life. In the last about 4 years, we have had a lot of corporate partnerships in place, as you can see the names over there. The primary reason being that we are able to customize programs specific to the strategic goal areas, the skills on offer, and the causes that any particular corporate supports. We're also proud to host the only volunteer recognition awards in the country called iVolunteer Awards, where we recognize the best practices from individual volunteers, non-profits using pro bono volunteers, and from corporate volunteering programs. So now, while I can talk about a lot of other programs that we have on pro bono, I wanted to specifically introduce one program that we recently started called Whiteboard. This is focused specifically for very senior level corporate executives, at least 15 years work experience, and to support organizations, growing NGOs that do not have a very strong board in India. So imagine an organization called Arpan, which works on child sexual abuse. And the founder is a very young girl. And she's over here. And she was talking to this Whiteboard group. And one of the members in the group, this person over here, is Suman Srivastav. He was a CEO of one of the leading advertising firms in India. And the problem that the organization has was about fundraising. And he laid down a very big marketing strategy, which had approximately a budget of 1.2 million yen. And this girl, she shot back and said, that's the total budget of my organization for 2 years. So can you do this same strategy for me in 10,000 yen? So that is the kind of challenge that even the top level executives face when they face small nonprofits like these, and which leads to really leadership development for corporate executives. So that's the reason why this program is kind of doing very well, particularly with our corporate partners. What it also addresses is another problem, that it's difficult to get Indians to commit to something, but this is a group program, and people are peers from the same industry. So they, if somebody is absent, the others question, why were you absent? So it really makes sure that they stand up to their commitment. Some of the other sample projects are over here. Maybe you can read them from the screen.
Oh, so you should read it.
Okay, so there's the donor MIS for, so Sahara Charitable Trust is this organization, and they were having a lot of donors, but they didn't know how to put it together. So there's a donor MIS that one of the leading, so this person over here, he is the CEO of Lionbridge Technologies. He got his team engaged to make a donor MIS for this organization. So similarly, in other cities, there is a marketing strategy project, there is HR policy, but basically a lot of very strategic projects taken up. So a testimonial, I'll skip this because of lack of time. Yeah, this is the last slide. So there's another program called GYAN. GYAN in Hindi means knowledge. So we do these sessions where this is like a technical clinic where 5 to 6 NGO participants have specific problems, and they're addressed by a skilled trainer. So till date, we have engaged more than 212 non-profits, doing 52 sessions and training 462 professionals. This is in 1 year. Why this works is because it's a very small group of only about 5 people who get trained. The training needs are pre-identified, and they walk out of the session with a deliverable. So for example, if I've come in to learn presentations, and the objective is to make a presentation to a corporate for a funding pitch, I walk out with a real presentation, which is a funding pitch. Well, yeah, thank you.
以上です。ありがとうございました。